Oh, man. Oh, we are live after the incredible intro. Finally got it to work. Joined by OG member of the Purple Mafia, Hogue. Hogue, it's been a wild week in the transfer portal, but what are your overall thoughts so far?
Man, first of all, happy to be back on the PMP.
It's been a
Just
while.
always great time hopping on here on a Tuesday. Um, yeah, honestly, transfer portal opened on Friday. It's like the first thing I've really had to look forward to for LSU football in a second, just because dust kind of settled with everything. 2025 is finally over with that terrible offense and season. Um, but Yeah, the first couple of days kind of slower than I expected. You know what I mean? Just sounded like we were going to come in, hit the ground running. But I think today is really when we picked up. I thought we picked up a few guys today that are really like, all right, we're starting to get those upper echelon, like top tier starter guys in the transfer portal. Obviously, we're going to get into it today. But overall thought process is where we're at. I think we obviously have a vision of what we want. And honestly, I'm just kind of trusting in the new staff's talent evaluation because I think they're really obviously building some depth as well as trying to get some key starters right now.
No, definitely. And yeah, I think, God, when was the last time you were on here? It was like, was it before we even hired Kiffin or was it right after?
I think it was no, we got on after. It was just
Yeah.
I think we went on after we finally finished up that class, like high school class.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, no, and I mean, I know we've been saying this like every time, but that God, even that feels so long ago at this point. I mean, it honestly feels like a decade since Brian Kelly's been our coach, and I think it's just because maybe opposed to like other schools, like there's just every day it's some controversy, some big argument in the media about Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss and LSU that it's just honestly taxing as hell. I think to be a fan, especially with Ole Miss still being in the playoff, which obviously sucks and complicates things, and we'll get into that later. But I guess we can just start off with the new news. Not what I was expecting right before we hopped on, but it looks like Washington's quarterback Damon Williams has entered the portal with a do not contact tag, and then got the inside on three scoop subscription. Shea Dixon is saying, I'll just read it word for word. Who fucking cares? Sam Levitt aside, I told y'all LSU would be after multiple quarterbacks. This is one. Keep a very close eye on it. LSU and Oregon have quietly been working behind the scenes here. Could
Wow.
that be alluding to both Levitt and this quarterback from Washington? That would be an insane heist in the first week.
Dude, that would be crazy. And I don't know if you got a chance to watch him at all a little bit at
Not really,
Washington.
no.
He is fast as hell. Like so fast. Fun fact, my roommate got his brother Damian Wilson jersey for Christmas. So
Oh,
I guess he's gonna
wow.
have to return that one.
Yeah, wow. That would suck for him, but hey, that's the transfer portal these days. But no, I mean, I'll take any mobile quarterback. I think that's something we all have said is a absolute must after watching Nussmeier waddle around. Just nothing against Nussmeier. He's never been fast, but it's just going from Jane Daniels to him, and then obviously the struggles we had, that sucked really bad. But yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
don't really know that much as you do about the Washington guy. I mean, I've heard people mention him as like a dark horse before the portal opened as a quarterback we could go after. It was like him, the NC State guy, people were high on. So the fact that he's in the portal is crazy. And it looks like it's between us and Oregon. But I would imagine if I mean, Levitt's at the basketball game right now. I think as we speak with Lane Kiffin and Whit Weeks. I don't know if Oregon's also going after this guy, and we'll see what happens with Dante Moore. But I think if Dante Moore is going to go pro, then I would imagine he ends up at Oregon. But if not, and you can pull both of them, like I said earlier, you got $2 million freed up from Kewan Lacy that you thought you were going to be spending there. So fuck it, we'll put this guy on the Van Buren method. He'll sit for a year, see how that goes, and be the guy in waiting.
Dude, I mean, if we could pull that off, that would be sick. I mean, this guy, like, I can't remember what game it was I watched. I think it might have been either played. They played like it might have been Oregon who they played, but he was like their entire offense. Like he's super fast. I was looking at his stats real quick. He had 3,000 passing yards, 611 rushing yards, and 32 total touchdowns passing and rushing. So he's obviously a guy that I think LSU is going to be targeting. But it is interesting that, like, hey, we're kind of working this on the back end, but like I feel like most indication is Dante Moore is coming back. So it's like, does Oregon just have a backup plan? Or does this mean possibly that they finally got an answer from Dante Moore that maybe he isn't coming back and now he's entering
Right.
the portal? So a lot to divulge. And obviously we have Sam Leavitt at the LSU basketball game, which feel bad for him. That's a tough thing to watch these days.
Oh man, that first half seemed rough. But yeah, no, I think you're right. That's a good point. I think they would have to be waiting on if Dante Moore's not coming back, then I would think the guy's obviously going to Oregon. But I mean, it's anybody's ball game if he is coming back and this guy's looking at it like I'm gonna go be the guy and waiting somewhere, which would be crazy. Like it was one thing when we got Van Buren from State when there was just a lot up in the air with them last year. But to leave a program like Washington and be the man in waiting at some other step up program, that would be kind of crazy. So we'll see what happens there.
Yeah.
I mean, do you have any preference? Would you rather Leavitt or this guy? The only thing about Leavitt is there's going to be no string ball for him, which is concerning a little bit.
I'll be honest. I would take Desmond Williams over him, really. You can just see like the playmaking ability. Like when you watch him play, it's like, oh yeah, this guy is the quickest guy on the field. Like he has that kind of like speed where it's like, I think Leavitt's a good quarterback. He's very mobile. I think he makes very timely runs, right? But like you had alluded to, the only concern is like, all right, what's this injury really like? 1, 2, we have a whole plethora of new receivers. So honestly, missing spring isn't ideal. Obviously, I'm not going to be upset if we get them. Yeah. And 3, it's like, how great is this offensive line going to be next year? So like, how much we might need someone who can run around.
Definitely.
But I wouldn't see Desmond Williams going somewhere and then sitting, is my opinion. I think he's going somewhere to start after being a guy at Washington.
Definitely. Yeah, no, I think I would agree with that. So I think that probably means Oregon. I mean, it'd be one thing if this was yesterday, and I'd be like, okay. But Leavitt being at the game with Kiffin, with Witt, it kind of feels like a done deal at this point. I mean, tomorrow will be going on day 3 in Baton Rouge. So I'm not sure what's the story there. We got some chats here. Shout out Alex from Corpus Christi. Oh, man.
Hey.
Loves the support. Appreciate that, Alex. We got another longtime lurker in the chat. Matthew Johnson, 7564. This guy, huge LSU fan. He's texting me, DMing me all day, every day about LSU. We really appreciate your support, Matt. Oh, Matt, we would love to have you on the show. If you go to the link in the description on your computer on Chrome or Edge, you can be on the show. So we would love to have you on Talk All Things LSU, Matthew Johnson.
Yeah, please call in. Please call in. We need some callers. Yeah, and then I guess touching on Leavitt, I saw a report. I mean, maybe it could have been not 100% true, but I saw some stuff that, like, obviously Sorsby committed to Texas Tech. But I did see some things like, hey, like the staff really liked Sorsby, but Lane Kiffin more liked Leavitt. Like that was kind of like the thing of like the overall like offensive staff like Sorsby, so probably more like Charlie Weiss. But I think Leavitt was more of Kiffin's guy, which I could see. Because whenever we were like in the mix for Sorsby, I was just always like, I don't know, I felt like Leavitt made more sense fit-wise, just like actually throwing the ball downfield because I wasn't super confident then in Sorsby. But Leavitt being at the game, number 1 QB in the transfer portal, if we could land that, finally get some people to shut up on Twitter.
Oh, man, I mean, today's gone a long way from that. This morning it was absolutely brutal being on Twitter with the Kewan Lacy news, but we rallied off several big-time commitments today, so that has definitely helped and it's been a much more quieter on the Ole Miss side, which I guess that's our number one rival these days. These guys are saying they're out on Leavitt. We're not out on Leavitt, Matthew Johnson. We just like to keep our options open. This is a very active portal period. And look, I mean, Sorsby, I was excited because the staff was excited about him. But, Leavitt is the number one player in the entire portal, even over Chaz Coleman. And if he's healthy, he's a hell of a player. And, yeah, he's from Arizona State, but he's proven it against big-time SEC competition. So, I don't think me or Hogue would be upset when the Leavitt news drops tomorrow. And, another side note is, man, when Kentucky thought they were getting Sam Leavitt with that initial visit, and their fans are completely delusional. They are thinking it's basketball. They got the full Joe Sloan experience pretty early here with a big swing and a miss on a leader recruit, it looks like. So, hate that for them. Matthew Johnson, I don't have a computer currently, but hate to see that. Matthew Johnson, one of our biggest LSU fans, out on the Twitter realm. Look forward to talking to you next time.
It's okay, Matthew Johnson. Just remember last time we got Arizona State quarterback, what happened.
That's a great point. Oh, man. Basketball correspondent Ethan Sock. I wouldn't even consider Ole Miss a rival. I mean, that's a pretty crazy take. They are, I'd say they're a pretty massive rival. They think they are, but it's not even close. I mean, I would agree with, obviously, historically, they're not even close to being on LSU's level. But, I mean, this just seems like this rivalry is the new, LSU-Alabama when Nick Saban went to Alabama. There's just – I mean, this might be worse. There is a lot of bad blood, and Ole Miss fans are incredibly obnoxious, which I'm sure we are too. But, yeah, this rivalry is on another level.
Very, very bad blood. I'd agree with that take. It is like Bama going to LSU, when Saban went there, but honestly, even worse because he didn't go to Miami first and we just left. And honestly, since Kiffin's been there, it's honestly been a rivalry a lot more than it ever was because back in the day, it was Ole Miss still had their good teams, but we would still beat them every time.
Right.
And now it's been going back and forth. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what Ole Miss can do without our coaches next year. That's the big question.
No, I'm very interested to see Kewan Lacy in this Frank Wilson system. I just wonder how long it'll take for them to start losing their shit with him, to be honest.
Yeah, man, Frank Wilson. I feel like my opinion, I don't know about you, Randall, but my opinion on him has completely changed than whatever I thought.
I mean, for sure. And I think the fan base resonates with that. And it's a lot of you're either with us or you're against us. But, I mean, I know other fans, especially Ole Miss fans, just think we're, being delusional and coping when we get on Twitter and we get online and we complain about Frank Wilson. And I think they think it's just because he's going to Ole Miss. We've been complaining about him for multiple seasons. I mean, I vividly remember all of us being super pissed off last year when, Caden Durham was saving our season at the beginning of the year against South Carolina. And, it's just the Josh Williams show over and over and over again, just because, he can block, even though your best running back's sitting on the bench who's a freshman. And it was the same thing this year with Harlan Berry. So I don't get his philosophies. And I think he's a little bit these days in the year 2026 an overrated recruiter. I mean, how do you not sign a running back this class at LSU when not only are you the running back coach, you're the supposedly legendary running back coach, but then you became the interim coach and you were still actively recruiting. We still couldn't get any running back. It's very frustrating to me.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we've harped on a million times, just his rotation makes no sense. I mean, Harlan Berry was the best back this year, and immediately, a million times.
By a mile.
A million times. It'd be 10-yard gain. Nope, get him out. Let's throw Jawan Johnson in, which, I know he was, some fans loved him, but not my guy at LSU. But, hope he does well at Syracuse, but not sad to see him leave, if I'm being honest. But
I'm not either. But there's a lot of people that are super high on it, and I get it. I mean, the high school highlights are insane, but it is what it is. All right, we got some more chats here. My guy Nunez, Kentucky's wild for thinking they get the number one QB in the portal. Yeah, I mean, they got blue balled hard right out the gate when Leavitt went there. I think that shocked everyone. But yeah, I just don't think still they don't have the tradition, or I don't think they have the money for football that
No.
is going to be able to compete if a school like LSU is going to go after the guy that they're going after. And I think when Leavitt went there, I think it was presumed that everyone was like, okay, maybe these top programs are really, really worried about that injury, but guess not. I'm not sure. I would love to hear why he went there in the first place, but is what it is. Okay, I got some more. Ethan Stocking, most delusional person on the internet. Yeah, I mean, he has his moments for sure.
For sure. But yeah, touching on the Kentucky thing, honestly, that was just like shocking. I will say, like, compared to normal, Kentucky's making more splash in the transfer portal than I probably ever heard. Just
Yeah.
like noise wise, not really that they've landed someone like crazy good, but seems like they're definitely like ramping it up a little bit there. But we'll see. Joe Salone, part two. Honestly, shocked that even happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I
Still not
think
sure if he's going to call plays for them either. I think in the beginning they said he was, and then maybe some people said not. But if he's calling plays, I'm sorry, Kentucky fans. It might be worse than the Stoops years. I don't care how good of a head coach Will Stein is. It's going to be rough.
for sure. I guess touching on who we got today, how do you feel about obviously the new receiver we got from Kansas State?
Yeah, I mean, don't know too much about him. I know kind of like all our receivers, they're kind of diamonds in the rough, except maybe the K-State guy was pretty highly sought after. I know Ole Miss was on him, so it's nice to put them in that locker. He seems pretty electric. Obviously put up good stats in the Big 12. I really like the Hawaii guy. He's fast and long. Or not long, tall. Got good length on him. And same thing with the Old Dominion guys. So, I mean, that's a pretty reoccurring theme with all the receivers is they're speedsters. I think all of their yards per catch, I think Nunez had a tweet today, is like close to 20.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, I don't know what our receivers were this year, but with the wide receiver screens we threw, it's probably close to the line of scrimmage every time they got the ball. So,
Average
I
2
like
yards
that
catch.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, and there was zero yak on any of these
No.
receivers this year. None at all. So, I mean, you could tell like the Charlie Weiss, Lane Kiffin blueprint with these receivers. I think a lot of them fit the role, especially Brown from K-State, like working that slot. I really, really hope they do get Wilson from Florida. I think he visited today. If you can get him too, with what you already got, and I think people forget, I mean, there's still a few guys on the roster that are carried over, like a Nick Anderson who could be your ex. And I think it's interesting that he didn't hit the portal because I honestly forgot, but Ole Miss was the other school that was on him pretty hard last year. So, maybe the staff thinks an extra year off the ACL, he can get back to form. But
yeah, I agree with that. I think there's probably hope that, hey, if, a year after the ACL, clearly probably wasn't used this year correctly at all.
no.
I do think it's interesting that he stayed because I think obviously a lot of people were pushed out the door and he doesn't seem like he was unless he took a massive pay cut. But they obviously do have some sort of like, hey, because he does fit the mold they're looking after, which is tall, fast, and try like thing is like them getting like separation, right? Like I think we had a lot of receivers, especially when Joe Salone was there, that was just like possession guys. And then we didn't even put like our speed receivers like in the right place to even make like, catches. So
Right.
I think we're fitting a mold. I think we're also built some depth. I'm really excited about Ty Benfield from Boise State though.
Oh,
Looking
yeah.
at his highlights, that's gonna
He's a hard hitter.
he could be the AJ Halsey hard hitter on
Yeah.
on the team next year. Just Blake Baker adding another stone to his infinity stone.
No, yeah, definitely. And I think that's a good segue into Booty's question there about a lot of guys that could play the star. I think that's probably what he's being brought in for. Apparently, he could play all three positions, both of the safety spots as well. And yeah, I mean, I just saw a few of his highlights, obviously, like everyone else when he committed. Looks like he can hit. I think him and, Cooley is a guy that he has his moments where he misses tackle. He also lays the wood. Like, I do love how Blake Baker, Jake Olson, we're bringing that back in the safety room. Guys that lay the wood, which for a couple years there, we didn't do anything in that respect. So, yeah, kind of random. I didn't think we really go after a safety, but honestly, I think everyone just forgets about the star position because it's kind of specific to this defense. But
Yeah,
great pull. I mean, number 2 overall safety in the portal.
It will be interesting to see what they do because I could see them putting Cooley down there for him. I mean, I think Spears will be free. Like, I don't think he's moving around much. But that was definitely like a surprise, like you said. Like, wasn't expecting them to go after safety, honestly. But, why not? If we can get another just stud guy that's going to be a starter, I mean, on our defense, why not?
No,
and then obviously we added some depth with the guy from Clemson, Green.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that was good. Like, nothing crazy, but it's like you have to add that depth, especially at a position we're going to be so young at next year, especially if Dom McKinley really can't make, hoping, but he really has to make that next step next year. But, I mean, we have Big Rich. We have a lot of guys coming on the inside that can compete. So I think,
Yeah.
and then obviously we got another tight end. I think that was just purely like a blocking, kind of depth piece. Nothing too crazy.
I think that guy could play a little bit just because I wonder if, Kiffin and Weiss are going to use Trey-Dez like just a lot more exclusively on the outside because I think it's been 2 years now of him not being a great blocker. And that's honestly fine. The problem is I think you brought in Bauer Sharp as a guy that was supposed to be like this physical line of scrimmage blocker, and he was just not that at all. And then they didn't want to play Donovan Green, that is his specialty. So, if that guy can block, there might be. Let me try to remember his name before I forget. I have it pulled up here. Let's see, Malachi Thomas. If Thomas can block, I bet he sees the field a decent bit because I mean they did run a lot of 2 tight end, and I could see that. So I got some more chats here. Matt Johnson, man, he's fired up in the chat. He's pissed I'm skipping his questions. So let me get to a few of his here. Serious question. What's the plan for the offensive line? Look, I mean, those must just be taking longer than some of the other ones. I know we're on a few guys. That NC State tackle is probably the biggest one, like most highly rated. We took their director of player personnel, is working under Glasscock now, so would like to hope that we're going to be in the mix there. I think maybe got a visit for like a Minnesota O-lineman. Braylon Moore coming back. Weston Davis coming back. It looks like Solomon Thomas is staying. So, Solomon Thomas is a guy like I can get excited about. Weston Davis, we'll just have to see what Alfred and Craig can do with him. I mean, I guess you would have some hope there under a new coach. They could be better, but yeah, I mean, I'm going to need that aspect of the portal to pick up, and I think it will.
What's his name? I was trying to see if he was still Wilkin Forby. Did he go back to? Did he still stay in the transfer portal for Bama? That guy that left. Because I was looking at some stuff today, and he announced he was leaving 2 days ago, and then I was looking around. I didn't see him still like on some sites.
I want to say one of the. I don't know if it's him, but I think one of those Bama line transfers went to Kentucky. So maybe that's him. I don't know. Which I think he was the one that had been recruited by Wolford when he was at Bama. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, once we get this whole quarterback situation sorted out, maybe that's when we'll really start hearing about the O-line. But yeah, that's going to be the biggest thing. But I mean, there's really been no like massive dominoes. Like I think the best O-lineman in the portal is that NC State guy, and he hasn't announced anything yet. So if you land him, all of a sudden it's looking great.
Yeah.
Let's see. Got a lot of arguing in the chat. Here we go. We need Abram Murray to replace Burrell. Yep, that's your guy, Stock. The Cal transfer from Shreveport. We'll see. I doubt it, though. It sounds like we're taking all of Florida's special teamers from last year. I think, was it Moscano said we're after their punter and long snapper. And then I saw the report like last week that we're going after their kicker too. So
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
heard.
They need to do right by that. I don't know why we'd really be going after Florida's punter. I think Chadwick's still on the roster, and he kind of fell off at the end of the season. But I mean, he did good when we were still in the running for things, so I wouldn't mind him coming back. But interesting to see what happened there with the special teams.
Yeah, what is it? Evan Knoll is the kicker from Florida.
Yeah, I think so.
Obviously, I don't know. Burrell just can't be it because nobody is willing to give him a shot.
Yeah, he's kind of like another guy like Jawan Johnson. Like he's a bit of a folk hero amongst the LSU fans. But yeah, I mean, this is now the second staff that's looked over him. And I mean, I know you can say, "Oh, we never saw him kicking a game," which I do think is criminal over these past 2 years. But I mean, like Kiffin and them are watching him in practice, so I mean, he just must not be accurate. I mean, the legs there, but must not be. I
Yeah,
mean, maybe there's some potential for him to come back because I mean, he is a damn good kickoff specialist because he boots the ball through the end zone 90% of the time, and then he is like as far as college kickers goes, about as athletic as it gets. So he has a few tackles in his career. So I mean, it's never good when the kicker's making tackles, but it is a little added little bonus.
yeah.
Let's see. Someone said something about Coleman. Yeah. Froman. Chaz just posts Ohio State stuff on his Insta. I mean, yeah, he's on his visit, so it should be expected. He's an Ohio kid. I heard his Tennessee visit didn't go well, or maybe not didn't go well, but it seems like it's really just coming down between us and them. And I just get the impression that his is going to be a straight money recruitment. So why not? Fuck it. Let's drop the bags on him. That would be a big time splash.
Yeah, I think we're gonna match pretty much anything for him, is what it sounds like. I don't think money is gonna be like the issue. I mean, obviously, I think that's gonna be like one of his driving factors, but I don't know. I think it's just gonna come down to a preference thing, if I'm being honest. Like he's making his rounds. He knows he's
Yeah,
wanted. I think it went well with LSU. It's just like, he's going to see what else is out there while he can
for
still
sure.
do it. But if we were able to get him, I mean, talk about him and Leavitt, two top players in the class. I mean, that would just be amazing.
Yeah.
Also needed since we lost a lot of
Yes.
depth at edge last year or over this year with Butler and Payton,
Pyburn and
Pyburn.
Payton. Yep.
So Pyburn declared for the draft. You think he gets drafted?
I could see like a 6th, 7th round. I mean, like he is good against the run, but Lord, I mean, it's
You
just the
can't do.
pass. And he got some decent pressures throughout the year, but he just can't finish like against athletic quarterbacks. And I don't know, he's a run stuffer. So I mean, I'm sure there's some sort of role for him in the NFL. Like at the end of draft, might take a chance on him. But yeah, he was a guy I was kind of disappointed in just because when he came to LSU, the whole thing was he was betting on himself because Florida was like, well, we're going to get other people to rush the passer because we don't think you can do it. And he thought he could. And then he came here and he got plenty of reps once Relaford went down. So you can't say we didn't give him a shot. But
Yeah.
I'm sure there's something for him in the portal. Okay, got some more chats. Need to get a QB signed tomorrow. Don't think the unks on Tiger droppings can handle it. That is very true. Tiger droppings, the 40, 50, 60-year-olds are incredibly impatient. I think tomorrow for sure. I would be shocked if Leavitt didn't announce tomorrow. I mean, the dude's grinning ear to ear at this basketball game sitting next to Lane Kiffin and Witt. So, I know we talked about the Washington guy, but I just can't imagine he's going to leave.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'd be very shocked. Like, I think 95% of me thinks we'll sign Leavitt by tomorrow, like by end of the day tomorrow. But at least, like, it makes me feel somewhat better that there is at least somewhat of a starter in the QB class right now. Because honestly, after him, it was a huge drop off.
Right. No,
But
that's very true. I think we were all getting a little nervous. Like, okay, we go past Leavitt. Yeah, like you said, I mean, are we going to go Lagway? And even past Lagway, it's like, man, there's really nothing out there. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But now with this Washington guy, if something were to happen with Leavitt, you got an easy pivot when it, from what Shea said, sounds like LSU's been working that too. So it wouldn't be like, you're completely re-recruiting him out of nowhere. So you'd have a decent shot there, I think.
Yeah. And I mean, I think Leavitt is a good fit. So just the injury thing is the only thing concerning. No one really knows exactly what it is and what that time frame or what the time frame is on it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, maybe it's not as bad as people think, and he's like able to throw the ball during spring. Maybe not non-contact, but we'll see. We'll see. But I think that will be pen and papered by tomorrow, if I had to guess.
Yeah. And that'll be electric. That'll definitely help out the ranking as well. Or be still in portal. I thought one of the portal linemen from Bama committed to Kentucky too, but I can't find it. Yeah, I mean, I swear I saw that, but yeah, I think they have multiple. So, yeah. So maybe we can get Fromby. And I think Georgia had a O lineman go in. So, I mean, there is options out there. And it's not like the staff doesn't realize that's a huge need. I mean, you literally, I don't even know if you could fill one out for a practice tomorrow with what you have currently. So, I mean, it's not like they don't know that it's a massive need.
I will say, I think like the portal has been like a little more like underwhelming on how slow it is. Like, I think there's just a lot more dominoes where people are entering and dropping back, withdrawing. Like, I think stuff's going to unfold slower than everybody anticipated.
Yeah. Man, I was one of the people piping the drum that I thought portal window would like be way more fast paced than it had been years past, just because it's only these 2-3 weeks. Whereas before it was like there was the winter window, and then they have all spring, and which means basically in between the portals you can still recruit kids. Now it's not. So I figured, like I was telling Nunez a week or two ago, like I thought once the portal opened, like at midnight, we might see like commit, just because. I mean, these things are already being worked out behind the scenes, but I guess they still got to go on visits and stuff if they haven't been to the place. So yeah, it's definitely unfolded a lot slower than I thought as well. It could be a leverage thing, like especially because it's so little. I could see these NIL agents being like, "Hey, if you wait till like the last day or two, and like teams still have big needs, they're gonna unload the clip because they're gonna be panicking. You're not gonna be literally not gonna be able to get anybody else for the rest of the year." So they're gonna be playing any games. Ethan Stock, is there a way you could call it? Yes. If you're on YouTube, go to the link in the description. It should be like riverside.com/studio purple Mafia. I think if you join that on your computer, it'll only work on your computer. It has to be on Chrome or Edge, apparently. I don't fucking know why. But if you do that, it should let you join. If not, let me know, because it is a bit confusing. But we love to have you on. Wonder what happened in that basketball game. I saw we were coming back at the end, but I'm guessing we lost, or else Ethan would have said something in the chat.
I was gonna say, what's his name? Damon Wilson entered the transfer portal. You saw that for Missouri?
Yes.
I think
that's one. Were we on him last year? I don't know. There was some.
I saw that people were like linking us to him. Maybe we did last year, but another guy that I think is like, okay, that's definitely going to be a target guy, because I would say we need at least 2 to 3 edge players at minimum.
Oh, absolutely. And that's got to be the pivot guy, I would have to imagine, if we don't get Coleman.
I mean, I could see him even getting both.
I mean, fuck, dude. I'd be rock hard if we did that here. They're saying there's no fucking link in the description, of course. Okay, I'm sending in the chat. Oh, I accidentally sent it like 10 times. Oh, well. Yeah, dude. I would imagine they're talking to both. I mean, like you said before, they need talented edges. And, like, Coleman's pretty up in the air, especially now that he is at Ohio State and he's from Ohio, and that was kind of where he was presumed to be originally. But, that other kid from Missouri, I think he's like a top 15 player in the portal right now.
He's a dog. I remember because he was Georgia and went to Missouri, and just like people that follow Georgia closely were very just like pissed because like they didn't have an edge presence, and he was just killing it at Missouri this year. So if we don't get Coleman, like I think he's a good pivot. So like you said, like we were saying, I think there's just people like that. Like he entered, I think it was what today he entered the portal. So it's like I think stuff like that's going to trickle in, and then we still have like 4 teams still playing. So
Yeah, and they have those people have the extended uh, portal window. Like whenever their season ends, if they make the national championship or something, they have an extra 7 days past the portal. So I guess that could extend things too. Okay, we got a development here from Froman, from Pete Thamel. Washington sources say they're prepared to pursue all legal avenues to enforce Desmond Williams' signed contract. Jeez, okay. So, hey, if we want to muddy the waters even more of controversy with LSU, let's fully get involved in that. But fuck, man, the portal's absolutely crazy.
dude, yeah. Well, that's why I was shocked because apparently I was looking into it before we hopped on, and they had like put out a report that he was like confirmed to like re-sign with Washington like 2 days ago. So I
Yeah,
don't
I
know if
mean,
I don't know
it's
if
just
like
weird
there's
when
like
they don't. Yeah, they didn't enter right when it started. So, but man, those
yeah
contracts are so like wonky. Like, there's really, I mean, it doesn't ever seem like there's really anything enforcing it because after 1 year, everyone's hopping out of it. Like Bryce Underwood got all that money, and then I guess they just had to re-sign him again. So it's a shit show. I wonder if they're ever going to be able to get a hold on this whole NIL thing. I seriously doubt it though.
I know Georgia tried to with like that clause stuff of like if you left you had to pay a certain amount of it back. That's why they're
But like,
suing
did
that.
that work?
Yeah, I mean no, clearly not.
Dude, it's a shit show. I mean, yeah, someone's got to step in, but I don't think any of us have any faith in the NCAA to do it.
I guess
Just realized Trey Wilson was sitting with Levin Kiffin. Also, bet I want him bad. I want him bad. Just to shit on the Florida fans, but he's also a dog.
he would also just be like, okay, this guy is. I mean, he was good at Florida, and like they just absolutely misused him. Like he's really good and would fit perfectly. So if those two
I
could get
mean,
inked
yeah,
tomorrow, I mean,
that would be a great day. That would be a great day. Sprinkle in maybe like a O lineman.
please, we
Please.
need anybody.
That'd be a hell of a day. Do you think if we got Trey Wilson, you think the receiver room would be pretty much set at that point?
I think so. Who was that guy from? Oh no, he didn't the guy from UAB commit somewhere, or is he still?
Iverson, I'm not sure.
Because I know that was the only other guy. I feel like if they
Yeah.
get Wilson, they probably want to be going after Iverson. Do you think we're still going to be on the hook for any of the Ole Miss receivers? I know like everyone's been talking
Yeah, that's
about
true.
Lacy and Chambliss not coming, but I still did see that like there might potentially still be some Ole Miss receivers that would come.
Yeah, I think Winnie Watkins is the one that I've always heard linked, and then there's another one I can't remember his name, but I don't know. Like I'll literally take fucking a walk on from Ole Miss just to just put it on Twitter and do some trolling, but like Winnie Watkins, I don't think he plays like too much. I think he's a true freshman. He's talented, but the dude is always on TikTok live, man. Like he was on TikTok live with 2C, like trolling 2C. He was on TikTok live last week, like with the argument with the transgender person. So I don't know. It seems like a character of a kid, but I mean, I'm sure he would absolutely fit in an LSU. Logan Garcia saying Leavitt canceled his visit to Miami. That would be absolutely massive, and that would pretty much tell you everything you would want to know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to be shocked if he leaves LSU without committing, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, Stock says he's in here. Request to join, Stock. Let's get you in the chat. Let's talk a little basketball. Let's do a little 1-minute corner for basketball. Hopefully he can figure that out. You got to be on your computer stock on Chrome. Join it through Chrome. Okay. Got Matt Johnson lighting up the chat. Let's see here. Oh, Matt Johnson's hitting some thank yous in the chat. Appreciate that. Thank you. Appreciate that. MJ, you're our number one supporter, man. We appreciate it. Hope you can join next time on your computer so you can actually join in. Let's think. What else? What are some other positions in need? We've talked about, obviously, quarterback, receiver. Okay, we haven't really gone into Caden Durham. We talked about him briefly earlier from last season, but do you think there's any potential of him coming back? We've obviously signed the Utah running back and the Charlotte running back, but they kind of seem more like depth potential pieces. Yeah, I think you definitely still need to take one more. I think the prevailing thought's been you need like a power back, which would be nice because obviously Barry's not that, but you think there's any potential from Duran the coming back? I don't see him going to Ole Miss and following Frank now if Lacy's coming back.
Yeah, I just don't know because like you said, like it's like we have our like speed back, like but you need some thunder and lightning. So I'm not. Does Caden Durham fit that mold though? Because he's more of a like
No.
I don't know if he's really like even a speedster, but honestly, the more I think about it though, it's like I think he left anticipating that we were going to get Lacy,
Right.
and now that we're not, it's like we need another guy we can actually throw out there. The two guys we got, like you said, are for depth. So I don't really know who else we would be targeting in that front. So I think there's potential. Yeah. I mean, like if it was Caden Durham and Harlan Berries are starting two backs, it'd be like, I think I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
And like, I think
I'd like to see what Durham can do with, a new running back coach and new system, new line. Because I mean, we're all high on him. It's just last year he came on fire and then he was banged up to finish the year. And then whole Frank thing, like he wasn't playing as much as everyone thought he should. So very high expectations this year as the bell cow, and just offense sucked. He didn't really play that great either, but it's hard to tell. Is it his fault? Is it the system's fault? I think he was like a little banged up again. So I take him back because I think he's super talented. I hate to see him go to like another SEC team and kill it. I know there's been some Oklahoma smoke for him as well. I think because his mom ran track there. I would hate to see if he went and killed it. It'd just be another misstep by Frank. But
yeah, and like
I agree. I think I'd rather some power though. Like we haven't had a good power back in a minute. That's honestly Logan Diggs. Can we get Logan Diggs in the portal since he went to Ole Miss? Can we get him back?
Yeah. No, I mean we really haven't had a power back in a while. What's his name was supposed to be that? Caleb Jackson. That never panned out. No, who could have? You think Trey Hawley could have been that if he would have never had that whole situation?
Dude, me and Nunez are high on Trey Hawley, man. He's fast, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem like that's going to happen. I don't know what his deal is. Moscano, that reminds me. Moscano said this morning on his show when I watched it that the Kiffin and staff have told JT Lindsay that there's a spot for him if he wants it. And I imagine it's another these other kids from like Utah, Charlotte coming in like, we'll take you depth. You have potential. We'll see how you develop. But apparently he got all his charges dropped. I remember a couple weeks ago, they were saying he was going to go to Cal. So, who knows what's going on. There so many different running backs in the portal flying around. But what a way. Would you, who's in the portal, former LSU guy, that another one of these guys who had a lot of potential a couple years ago, Caleb Jackson. That was the power back. Hey, we thought he was going to be the next Leonard Fournette. Would you run it back with him with a new running back coach?
Dude. Talk about like a Chris Helton type of player that one off season. For a power back like that's what you would want. I mean, like, he is a guy that could get you 2 to 3 yards. It's just like I just don't know if it was the offense or if he just lost all his confidence. But like, if we added him, I wouldn't be like like super excited, but I'd be like, I mean, he fills that gap. Like he could, I think he could be a short yardage back for sure.
Yeah. I know there's been a lot of questions with him about his vision though over the past couple years. He never even really showed flashes since his freshman year. So I don't. I threw him out there, but honestly, I don't think I'd really want him back. There's got to be a better option out there. And I just think for like a lot of those guys, it's just like a Jawan Johnson. Like I know a lot of people wanted him to come back. Try to think like maybe some of the younger receivers. It's just time for a fresh start. I think for us and for them.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's like the toughest part of like the coaching transition is just seeing some of the guys lead that you're like, man, that could add so much potential. He was that freshman receiver that left. That was Teron Francis.
Teron Francis, that one hurts.
Yeah.
Haven't seen where his visits are lined up or anything, but yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, but it's just like whenever you get a new coach, you're gonna have these growing pains and all that. But I guess other positions, I feel like we're pretty, I feel like we have a pretty good idea of what's going to happen at receiver. Running back starting to fill up. Probably need one more guy like we talked about. Quarterback, I mean, honestly, we probably wouldn't even know, but who do you think would be like quarterback number 2 we would bring in, like guy in waiting?
So I know they have a visit lined up with that Elon guy. I don't know anything about him, but I'm guessing he would be a depth piece. They got that dude from Ferris State coming in, but he's like a Taysom Hill type. Oh, man.
Oh, Ethan Stock has entered the chat.
I'm here, guys.
Ethan Stock, man, pleasure to have you on. Well, just real quick, what do you got to say?
I just want to say, after watching the pathetic performance the LSU men's basketball team put on today, do not buy stock in your LSU men's basketball Tigers this season. D-Dan Thomas, he's a must-have, must-need guy, and it's not looking good for our basketball team. Let me tell you what. I'll tell you that for sure.
And Stock, I just got a question for you. On a scale of 1 to 10, what's your buy-in on Coach McMahon right now?
You see, Hoga, contrary to, the rest of the fan base, I still have faith in McMahon. All right. I mean, D-Dan's foot injury was a freak accident. You never expect that to happen. But, I mean, you got to work around it. I mean, you'll have injuries throughout the season. You look at other teams like Kansas. I mean, they have their star freshman, out for a good significant amount of time. He still hasn't come back yet. And, they're losing games also. So, I mean, it happens. It happens. Gosh, we should have won that game against A&M. We would have won that game if we had D-Dan, but yeah, it's not a good look for the LSU men's basketball program as of late. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think McMahon's pretty screwed. I mean, it's a tough blow that we lost to Dan, and that's really going to crush him to start the SEC play. But, my thing is we had some misevals in this portal. Like, I remember going into the year, they said they built the team around Dan. They're going to get shooting around him. Man, our shooting is terrible.
We lead the SEC. I think, but the lead.
Not in three-point shooting. Definitely not.
Yeah, not in three-point shooting. Mike Milano, he's leading the country in field goal percentage, or third in the country in field goal percentage.
He's a center.
D-Dan led the country in assists. Max McKinnon.
I mean, D-Dan, yeah, that was a good thing, but
A&M.
And the problem is we
shot 60% from 3 against A&M. I mean, we have.
Yeah, but McMahon, it's one game. It's one game. I mean, that guy has been up and down all season. It's hard to rely on him.
He has. Then you also got guys like Rashad King who can get to the bucket score. And Markel Sutton, man. I mean, gosh, he started the season so well. He's hot from 3. He's a guy that you can rely on in the corner.
Not anymore.
It's absolutely pathetic.
Man,
how we're
Stock.
losing these games.
Man,
It's
Stock.
very
Listen,
unfortunate.
so I'll read you LSU's next 5 basketball games, and let me know what you think our record's going to be after this. Oh man, LSU at Vanderbilt,
That's a loss for
Missouri.
sure. Vandy's good this year.
Missouri at LSU. Maybe.
No, we're gonna lose
do you
that
think?
game. Mizzou's good.
LSU
Oh,
at
man.
LSU at Arkansas. Loss.
That'll be tough. They're young, but I think could be a close game if we have D-Dan back.
No, I mean, we lose that one. We're 0-5 in SEC play. I mean, he might be fired at that point.
LSU at South Carolina. So don't have the PMAC behind us this time.
What do you think? Do we split with them, Stock?
It's not looking good, guys.
I mean, what are we just not going to win a game in SEC play? Man.
And then final out, the 5th game. LSU
South Carolina. We
LSU at home versus Arkansas.
Tonight's game was a must.
So that's probably another loss.
South Carolina was a must-win tonight. They are have been by far the worst team in the SEC. And yeah, we should have bet. Mozzie Mosley got some playing time. That was good to see.
The thing is, he's going to be gone. If we don't make the tournament, we're firing the man, and then it's going to be another year of having a completely different team. So can't even get excited about these young guys, especially in college basketball. They don't sit and develop. But Ethan Stock, we appreciate you coming on, talking a little ball. But the chat, they want to get back to football, so I'm going to have to let you go. But any final words for the chat?
Hey, thank you, chat. Thank you, chat, for being patient with me over here. I know LSU basketball isn't, the prime talk of the town over in.
All right, that was taking a bit too long.
Yeah, I'm
all right,
you ended that
Chad's lit up here. I don't know what's going on. Someone fill me in on. Everyone's saying this Williams situation is a mess. Who said it? Fro man. Liam Blumman just posted saying LSU's offering. Yeah, God, this is getting very complicated very quick. I don't trust that Blumman guy at fucking all, though. I actually despise him. He was completely wrong throughout the coaching search carousel in regards to LSU in Florida. So I don't know and he also seems like a big LSU hater, which, seems like everyone but us fans pretty much are at this point, but fuck that guy.
What was the report?
I guess we're offering him $6 million and Washington's offering $4 million. We're swooping in and taking him, but I don't know. I got to get on my phone and look and see. It's hard doing this stream, but so chat's got to fill us in. We need more details. Fro man, come on. We need the details.
If that did happen, what a wild turn of events. Just Leavitt at our campus. And
Okay, here we go. Nunez filling us in. LSU apparently offered DeMond $2 more million than Washington, according to Arizona Bureau. So, is the prevailing thought then that he's coming in to be the starter? We're not paying him $6 million to do the Van Buren method, I doubt. So, yeah. God, I see what everyone's saying about how this could complicate things because you really have Leavitt on campus probably ready to commit within 24 hours and this shit breaks. This kind of reeks of a strategic leak by maybe one of our rivals here. Muddy the waters, but God, we can't stay out of the controversial light, man.
Dude, yeah, I could see, the fact that this is coming out now seems very oddly timed. After it's shown that Leavitt's at the LSU basketball game.
No, yeah. Sucks. Man, if Fro Man, Derek, one of y'all wants to join, fill us in. I know Nunez is sick. If you hit that link, I think even from your phone, I just did it so anyone can join at this point. So if someone would like to come fill us in, we would appreciate that. What other positions in need? Do you think we need another tight end? We have 3 now. Green, the kid from Pitt, and then the true freshman.
Wasn't there Was there one that stayed, or am I tripping? That we
I
brought
think
in
Green
last
hit the
year.
portal. Bauer, Sharp left.
Wasn't
Those
there
were
like
really
a
the only three
fresh?
you
Was there
had.
not a freshman that was there, like Bowen or something?
I don't think so, to be honest. I think the three this year were Green, and Sharp.
Yeah, I mean, probably need another one for depth. Tight end, probably need one more. Trying to think on the offense. I feel like everything's. I mean, obviously we need like every offensive line position filled.
Yeah, everything but center.
Um, defense. Do you think we'll go? I feel like after Witt said he's coming back down, do you think we'll go after a linebacker?
It doesn't seem like it to this point. I would like them to if there was like a stud that they found in the portal that they thought they could get. But I haven't seen anything about any linebackers. That's like one position where you have a ton of depth, even though we lost several people. I think it's just because, you still have Ross, Keys, Zach Weeks, Jim Coy, Keelan Moses. People forget about him. So
Oh yeah, I
know some
forgot
people
he's
are a
coming
little,
in.
yeah, some people are a little like felt a type of way. I think we lost a few of the young guys, but
Yeah,
I'm not
linebacker.
too worried about that.
Linebacker. I don't think we're gonna. I mean, honestly, I don't think we need a corner. If I'm being honest, I feel like that'd be such a want.
Yeah. I saw they're bringing in some UCLA corner for a visit, so that's what I said going into the portal. If Raymond finds like someone from the Delane mold, like not like this 5-star transfer, but someone he thinks has a ton of potential that he can coach up, then I'd say, yeah, take it. But it's not a need, especially, you had Jakeem Jackson, excuse me, from the transfer from Florida. He played a little bit in the bowl game. If you can get something out of him next year as like the third guy,
Wasn't
obviously DJ Pickett takes the
didn't
next step.
Turner stay too?
Yeah, we didn't really lose anything at corner besides Stamps, but he left midseason. So
Yeah, I think Corey Raymond is by far the best coach we have by a long shot. Because I was looking
so
at
glad we didn't lose him.
It was like every re-sign, it was just like corners automatically. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, we might get one guy. It wouldn't be bad to have another guy, but I think you're just filling that third corner spot because I think Woodland, obviously Pickett are locked in to be starters. I would imagine. I'm pretty high on Woodland. I think he'll probably take another jump next year.
For sure.
But
yeah,
corner's
like the one position we don't really have to worry about guys developing. Like in recent years, it's always been like, man, I hope the O-line develops. Last year to this year it didn't. I hope the running backs develop last year to this year. Last few years they just didn't. But corner has been a place where they've actually gotten better. Like the defense as a whole really has since Baker and the staff have come in, but corner there's been real jumps. Like Delane comes in, he's going to go first round. He wasn't. I think he was a top 100 portal guy last year. It wasn't like he was this 5-star home run guy that every major program wanted. He came in and with a summer and a fall, you developed immediately into one of the top corners. So yeah,
I remember he was
I like to think Corey Raymond is who people think Frank Wilson is. People see Frank Wilson. Oh, he coached Leonard Fournette. LSU always has good running backs, but I don't see the development in recent years with him. Raymond, yeah. Every stint he's had, we've had great. Even when Brian Kelly let him go the first time around. If you look at the DBs we had in that room, it was a loaded room. You had Elias Ricks, who should have never left, clown for leaving. You had wait, hold on. We got some bombs in the chat. Oh God. Leavitt gonna visit Tennessee tomorrow.
Is that for sure?
According to Pete Thamel, it sounds like it. Washington's gonna try to take legal action saying he signed a contract. We have our next controversy, and we have our next fan base to argue with. Damn, that turned quick. Oh, Pete Nakos, he said, not Thamel. Froman says, oh no. Jeez.
God, this seems like such a risky move. If we
this is what cannot happen. They can't if that's true and he's going to Tennessee tomorrow, that tells me he's probably done. He probably got out of that basketball game, went left Baton Rouge. That bridge is going to be burned. Better not get in trouble with this whole Washington thing, because if you don't get him, I mean, now we're talking about, all you got left is like Lagway, but that's not going to excite anybody as your fourth option. It's also going to just be a bad look in general. You'd be on your fourth guy if you ended up not being able to get this Washington dude.
Did this all happen within like the last 30 minutes too?
Yeah, 30 to 40 minutes it seems like. I mean, we came to this stream talking about, man, Leavitt's at the basketball game. It's done deal. Like, everyone's feeling good about it. And then now you got this in the Washington news, and now it seems like there's a whole shitstorm on Twitter.
So what is your updated percentage on signing Leavitt now?
Well, I mean, if what I'm reading is true, then it seems about zero. Like, I can't imagine how he feels. He's here. It seems like it's a done deal. I'm sure to him as well. And he's at the basketball game. He's probably getting notifications like, what? Like, LSU's rumor going after Washington quarterback with a do not tag going into the portal. So,
oh man,
it's gonna be.
Boomers are not gonna be happy about this.
And this
dropping.
just tells me, like, if you're getting this Washington guy, yeah, that's probably not gonna be announced tomorrow. Like, oh man, it is a long battle. Nothing has been easy this offseason.
I just don't like the fact that it felt so wrapped up. It was also just like, how many times has Wood Weeks has spent like 48 hours with this guy? Like, went to dinner with him. Guy can't get a break.
Fuck, man. God damn it. He's probably made a friendship with Leavitt. Yeah, that's out the window. Man. What the hell is going on, man? We stay. We're the most we're having the most controversial offseason of all time.
I mean, we pull it off though, like he is.
If we pull it off, I'll be more excited than Leavitt.
For sure.
Because it sounds like he will have spring practice, which is a huge thing. Obviously I could look past it.
They said we have different sources. When he was in high school, or they're saying Desmond Williams Jr. runs a 4.4 or a 4.3, depending on what source you look at.
Take that. I'll take that all day.
That'd be a nice change of pace.
Go. Got some more chats here. Oregon is also heavily involved in Damon Williams. Fuck, dude. We cannot come out of this with not Leavitt, not Williams, with not Sorsby. That's going to be bad. And not Chambliss. Fuck. It would really be, we don't get either of those two guys, including Chambliss and Sorsby, whoever we end up getting would be like our fifth option, which is not going to be great.
The worst would be that we for sure just screwed over Leavitt too.
Yeah, which it's just not going to be a good look. Oh my god, dude!
Yeah,
fuck. Just when we thought everything was coming together, nice and easy, no, it never works out.
Yeah, I'm looking at stuff. Everything's just linking us to this guy now.
God, dude. Brutal. I don't even know what to say at this point. That kind of threw a monkey wrench into everything. I kind of want to wrap this up, see what's going on the Twitterverse. Fuck. Let me go on my computer here. We'll do like 10 more minutes or something. Let's see. God, this is brutal. I do wonder if, well, I was about to say if this was like purposely leaked by like a rival or another team, but it doesn't seem like, if we're really working for this guy, like, it doesn't seem like it's not true. Derek saying you're going to end up with one. Relax. Yeah. I mean, I just want to end up with one of the two, though. Like, I don't want to miss out on Leavitt, and then we get fucked legally with the Washington kid.
Yeah, it was just kind of nice thinking that the Leavitt situation was already kind of
Was
wrapped
done,
up. But now we have to go
Yeah.
back through. I'm sure if we go through, I'm sure we're gonna have another visit with.
Oh yeah, and he's gonna come here, and then he's gonna go to Oregon for a visit, and it's gonna be like the Coleman thing, where he's gonna not feel good about it. Okay, y'all are sounding like Tiger Dropping's Unk. We're getting the best option. Kinda, yeah. I hope we don't sound like those Chicken Littles, but I'm just ready for this to be over. I'm ready to get our guys and be done with this. This is so exhausting.
I mean, I will say if we get him, like I'd be more excited for him.
It'll be
over
worth
Leavitt.
it. It'll be worth it. Yeah. Oh man, we're pivoting quick. That's one great thing about LSU fans, man. You just tell us who we're gonna get. We're gonna hype this guy up 100%. Back him 1,000%.
Yeah.
So they're saying that it wasn't leaked. He posted on his Insta. Things happen whenever the PMP gets on for a live show. Of course, yeah.
Dude, they wanted to break it while we were on live.
That's what they were waiting for, the PMP to get on live. Nobody gets better timing than PMP. That's agreed. Buy Supper Club stock now. Supper Club, dude, they're making a fucking killing ever since Kiffin brought them in. I mean,
Dude, yeah, they might. I remember when that place came out when we were in school, and I thought that was the dumbest idea. But nope.
Yeah, I've never been. Man, maybe we gotta take a trip to Supper Club next time we come down.
A little Supper Club run.
Tiber Drop is going to be hilarious with this QB topic. Oh, yeah, they're not going to know how to react at all. And it seems like our chat's optimistic, but Tiger Drop they have no optimism whatsoever. So I'm sure when I look tomorrow, it's going to be hell.
Is Leavitt at Tennessee? Is that like pretty confirmed?
Somebody said that, yeah. No way the PMP chat would lie, so I believe it. Oregon having to wait on Dante Moore decision could help LSU chances with Demond. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, God, does he not have a decision made already? Like I feel like he's been going back and forth on it for a while now. And I guess what's the only holdup is that the Jets have the second pick and he's deciding if he wants to be on the Jets or not. I mean, that's fair.
I mean,
if he doesn't.
He also he could benefit from a second year for sure.
For sure.
He should definitely come back.
He should come back. He's getting the PMP stamp. He's come back.
For him to grow as a player.
It's not about us. It's not about anything about LSU. We genuinely want to see you develop, Dante Moore. We want you to come back. We don't need to bring in this Washington kid. Let him come to. We'll take care of that. You handle your business up there.
Has anyone been good on the Jets? I mean, Darnold.
Never.
Wilson,
No.
Aaron Rodgers wasn't even good on the Jets.
Aaron Rodgers, Hall of Famer. That's a good point. Yeah.
Got to make the right decision, Dante.
We have your best interest in heart. Why don't you go back to Oregon another year?
Honestly,
another crazy, interesting thing is that people are saying that Ty Simpson might come back and hit the portal.
Yeah, I've been seeing that.
But isn't he like a Bama lifer? Would it just be like Bama doesn't want him back?
I don't know. It seems like a lot of people are leaving Bama right now. I mean, they're like 5 of their O linemen went in the portal.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That'd
be an interesting one. I saw that too. I think his draft stock's kind of getting lower. I think he has a really good arm. I don't think he'd be a fit for LSU at all because he is kind of like sneaky fast, but not what we need.
Not like what the fans want to see, man. We want to see some real speed after watching Nussmeier. Yeah. I agree. It sounds like I saw the 2 teams that would be in on him if he would leave. We're going to be Tennessee and Miami, but looks like we might be handing Tennessee Leavitt on a silver platter with this whole thing. So
we play at Tennessee next year too.
Yep, that'll be we have a brutal schedule next year. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, I'm seeing multiple reports that he's starting on Wednesday, so tomorrow we'll be visiting Tennessee.
Fuck. Okay. He did enter the portal with a no contact tag. I think it's LSU unless Washington is able to enforce his contract. Yeah, I mean, hey, let's get the good Louisiana lawyers. Let's get Gordon. I believe Froman, aren't you in law school? Can you get on the case? Can you read his contract, see what legal standing we have here? That would be a nice addition. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna have to get on Twitter and see what people are saying. Stock's saying that this news is making national headlines. That's what LSU does, for better or worse, man. We are always stirring it up.
Man, what a bomb out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm here for it. I mean, like I said, if he was always in the portal, I would always take him over Leavitt. So
absolutely. Froman is on it. Hey, man. Froman is the official lawyer of the Purple Mafia podcast. Oh, man. All right. Well, guess we can wrap this up here. I mean, we had some good discussion going on. We got railroaded by this news. I really have no idea what's going on, besides sounds very controversial. So looking forward to see what this is. But all right, Hogue, now that things have changed, I know we talked about, man, we're feeling good. Tomorrow's going to be a good day. We're going to get Leavitt news, quarterbacks going to be locked away. With this new news coming out, it seems like Leavitt's gone. What do we think the next few days could entail? Or what do you want to see in these next few days?
Well, love if Coleman came to LSU over the next couple of days. But honestly, with this Desmond Williams stuff hopping up, pretty excited. I think this is a very, splash offer. I think if he was in the portal to start out, he would be our number one guy. So, very excited. Want to see some development. Really hope we don't screw ourselves here, but I'm trusting that there's a reason it got leaked right now when it was looking like we were going for Leavitt. So, if we can pull in this quarterback from Washington, I'll be very excited.
All right, last question. QB aside, of all the targets we have in the portal outside of QB, which is the one you want the commitment from the most? Is it Coleman?
Yeah, I feel like it's got to be Coleman.
Me too. Yeah, I figured. God, it would be great to get him. He looks like a beast too, man. If we can get this Washington kid and Coleman, we're back. All right. I appreciate everyone for tuning in. I'm about to get on Twitter, see what's going on, but appreciate everyone in the chat. Hopefully next time I can figure out how people can call in, and we'll do that some more. But I appreciate all you guys, and I'm going to roll the outro, and we're going to sign out. Oh, gotta love that outro.
What a great video.
You're a feeling fine. Shake my life. Under a bad sound.